cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will go on the attack first. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll try the run. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game-type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. At midfield, he's got room. It's a running room. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman, but just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed over the middle. It's Garrett. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Longhorns offense will take the field for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense moves, makes a third down stop. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Cunningham. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Back to throw. It's Simmons. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation?
And he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Might as well give it to him again. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rocket. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They have the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the B.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Off the play fake on 1st down, to throw. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle it?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to pass, it's Manning. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his man. It's Lockett. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to...
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Off play action. The short hands, it's Coleman. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Fires to the big fella. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Garrett. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. He lofted high and deep down the left side. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball.
He lost one down the sideline. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's running free down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He'll keep it himself. It's a fumble. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Got his man. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Offense set on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On fourth and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Here's the handoff. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now they'll run the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Makes the catch. It's Garrett. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels look to keep this drive humming. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Makes the grab. It's Cunningham. Touchdown, Rebels! And And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack warps the two-point try. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to peel off one deep down the left side. He's got it! They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection.
Well, the quarterback has looked his way early, and he's looked his way often all game long. Now he's got over 150 yards when throwing to that guy.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target.
Touchdown, Texas! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This team right now is showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
Man, this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Off-play action on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Play action. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Here comes the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the quarterback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll haul it in right around the logo. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The RPO fired complete to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11. And the Longhorns are on the move. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off. What a play to set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.